He gave us the hat. He gave us a dream. He's the image of the ideal pirate, the mentor who staked his claim on the new era. But what if we're wrong about everything? What if the man who inspired Luffy's journey is the final barrier that prevents him from completing it? The question we'll answer today is Shanks the hero we think he is, or the most dangerous antagonist of all? Think with me. The image we have of Shanks is almost perfect. He's not like the other Yonko. He doesn't seek territory like Big Mom or Kaido. He's not a reckless power seeker like Blackbeard. The man arrived at Marineford and with a few words ended the greatest war in recent history. He commands respect, loyalty, and seems to fight for the greater good. He literally personifies the honorable pirate. Everything he does seems to have a noble purpose. He saved Luffy. He celebrated with Whitebeard. He cried over Roger's death. He is, in every way, a character we've learned to love and trust. His philosophy seems to be to live freely without harming the innocent, which makes him a role model. He is the moral balance in a sea of chaos, proof that a pirate can have a heart of gold. His crew, the most united and loyal in all the seas, follows him not out of fear, but out of pure admiration. He has never shown greed for treasure or desire for territorial conquest. His power is used to protect his friends and keep promises, not to oppress. This image was carefully constructed by Oda over decades so that our trust in him would be unshakable. And then we have that scene. The scene that shatters everything. Amidst the luxury and power of Merijoues, the sacred land of the gods, a pirate, a Yonko, walks calmly to a private audience with the Gorosei. And they don't treat him like an enemy. They listen to him. They respect him. He's there to talk about a certain pirate. That's impossible. The Gorosei are the pinnacle of pirate hunting power. Why would they ally themselves with one of the world's strongest? Unless Shanks isn't just a pirate to them. This secret meeting suggests a level of influence and connection beyond anything we've ever seen. No other pirate, not even Whitebeard, has ever had this kind of access. Remember, Merijoues is the center of world power, a place where pirates are hunted, not welcomed. And the Gorosei aren't mere politicians. They are the ultimate authority, figures who command the admirals and cipher pole. The respect they show Shanks isn't fear, it's deference, as if he were an equal or even part of their world. This single scene transforms him from a mere Yonko into a key player in the global power game, a player with his own rules. The answer to this mystery may lie in his lineage. And Oda, master that he is, has already given us the biggest clue of all outside of the main manga. In promotional materials for the Red movie, the Gorosei themselves mention that Shanks may be a member of the Figureland family. Figureland, a name directly linked to the God Valley incident, the event that involved Roger, Garp, the Rocks Pirates, and the Celestial Dragons. If Shanks belongs to a Tenryubito family, everything changes. He's no ordinary pirate. He's a nobleman, a god who abdicated his title to walk among men. And this brings us to the core of the theory. Shanks's true goal isn't freedom or the One Piece. His goal is balance. He's a guardian of the status quo. He knows the truth of the Void Century. He knows the power of the ancient weapons. And he knows that if the wrong person finds the One Piece, the world as we know it could be plunged into a war that would make Marineford look like a bar fight. He doesn't want the world to be free. He wants the world to be stable, a managed peace, even if under the control of the world government. His loyalty is not to the pirates or the government, but to the world order itself, and he will do whatever it takes to maintain it. This would explain why Sengoku stopped the war under his command. He wasn't just obeying a pirate, but perhaps a nobleman with secret authority. His philosophy of balance then becomes a philosophy of control, a way to avoid the chaos that the truth of the Void Century would bring. He fights not for the freedom that Roger represented, but for a fragile peace built on the ignorance of the masses. He is, in essence, the guardian of the prison the world government created, ensuring that no one finds the key. If this connection between Shanks and the Celestial Dragons has already blown your mind, do the channel and our crew of theorists a favor. Like this video. It helps us continue to bring you the greatest secrets of One Piece. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so you don't miss any theories. Okay, now that we've established who Shanks might be, let's analyze what he does. His actions aren't those of a free pirate, but rather a gatekeeper. He decides who can and can't advance in the game. Remember, who stopped Kaido from going to Marineford and causing even more chaos? Shanks. Who found Whitebeard to warn him about Teacher's unique and dangerous threat? Shanks. And most recently, who mercilessly annihilated Eustace Kid? Shanks. He's not just eliminating rivals. He's filtering the candidates for Pirate King. Kaido was too chaotic. Kid was too reckless. Blackbeard is too ambitious. Shanks is actively preventing anyone who could drastically upset the balance of power from getting close to Laugh-Tale. He's protecting the world from people like Luffy. He acts as an immune system for the status quo, eliminating the most dangerous threats before they can destabilize everything. It's no coincidence that all his targets are figures of extreme and unpredictable power. His neutrality is a sham. He intervenes surgically only when the balance of power risks tipping toward chaos. He's not playing to win the game, but to ensure the game never ends. But what about Luffy? He bet everything on Luffy. Yes, he did. But why did he choose Luffy? Think about it. Shanks saw countless young people with potential. Why this particular boy? Because Luffy, with his kindness and pure heart, is the safest bet. Shanks isn't betting on a revolutionary who will burn the world. He's cultivating a successor who, in his vision, would use the One Piece's power correctly, perhaps even choosing not to use it. Keeping the secret to protect peace, the Straw Hat wasn't just a gift, it was an investment. A way to guide and shape the next Pirate King so he doesn't repeat the mistakes of Roger, who wanted to turn the world upside down. Shanks doesn't want the world to be turned upside down. He wants the world to keep turning in order. He saw in Luffy not a conqueror, but a potential protector, someone who values friends above all else. He's the perfect bet for those who want a Pirate King, who isn't a real threat to the global balance of power. He saw in Luffy the embodiment of Roger's will, but without the dangerous thirst for knowledge that drove Roger to Laugh-Tale. The promise to return the hat is a control mechanism, a constant reminder of the debt and the ideology he expects Luffy to adopt. He is, in essence, trying to create a Pirate King who is powerful enough to be respected, but not rebellious enough to break the rules of the world. It's a Guardian's masterstroke, to mold the very hero everyone believes has come to free them, and this brings us to the inevitable confrontation. Shanks won't be Luffy's final enemy because he's evil. He'll be the final enemy because their ideologies are opposite. The final battle will be between absolute freedom, represented by Luffy, who believes everyone should be free to know the truth and choose their own destiny, against managed peace, represented by Shanks, who believes the truth is too dangerous and that the world needs a guardian to protect it from itself. Shanks isn't a villain. He's the architect of a peace built on secrets, a guardian of a golden prison. And for Luffy to truly become the Pirate King and the freest man in the world, he will have to destroy that prison. He will have to overcome the very hero who set him on this path. Luffy's final test won't be against evil, but against the very definition of greater good that his mentor represents. Luffy's journey, which began as a promise to a friend, will end with the need to challenge that friend's own philosophy. To bring about the true dawn, Luffy will have to extinguish the star that has guided him all this way. It won't be a struggle of strength, but a battle for the soul of the world and the true meaning of freedom. Shanks is the ultimate test, the embodiment of the question, what do you do when the person you admire most stands in the way of your dream? But what about you? Do you think Shanks is a misunderstood guardian or the ultimate traitor in the story? Leave your theory in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on One Piece Secrets.